All right, so here we go. We got a lot of updates about Diablo 4 today to go over, but what in the world is happening right here? The Diablo 4 devs had to disable an entire quest line today. I kid you not. But what's this? A new update for Diablo 4 is out yet again. Let's find out what's happening here. Also, some of you might be running into an issue while connecting online today to Diablo 4, especially if you are in the United States. Blizzard is aware of this problem. We'll talk about what they're doing. And a warning to be mindful about what you buy from the shop, but is there really a major concern here? Let's dive into this one. Also, where are the treasure goblins at? And you'd be surprised what treasure goblins can actually drop. Plus, we have some invaluable tips about gems and potions that you might not be aware of as well. We'll dive into that later in the video. But guess what? First and foremost, we go straight to the official source, Blizzard. Check it out. Adam Fletcher responded to this post here from Blizzard. It says, "We're currently investigating an issue affecting our authentication servers, which may result in failed or slow login attempts." And Adam Fletcher from Blizzard says this one is impacting US right now. The team is jumping on it. So hopefully, if you are going through issues, I know I'm right now currently going through issues trying to connect on PC. It's been a struggle, and hopefully they can get this ironed out. But yeah, it's definitely affecting me over here as well. But guess what? We have yet another hotfix out right now. Let's go to it and see what is happening. So check it out. Hotfix to June 2nd, 2023. Goes on to say this: a server-side hotfix was rolled out this evening. Server-side hotfixes occur in the background and will not require a client-side patch. Gameplay changes. Reduce the drop rate to 0 for the Elixir of Death Evasion recipe after it's already learned. And then we have some bug fixes. Fix an issue with items inheriting junk status from gems socketed into them. Whoa, that's not good. Fix an issue where sorcerers could teleport underground in Serpent's Passage, and miscellaneous stability and crash fixes. So once again, they're going to it. They're patching the game. In fact, yeah, we have yet another patch. Check it out right here. Goes on to say this: Diablo 4 patch notes. Let's scroll on down. It says, Diablo 4 team has been diligently monitoring your feedback as we introduce patches to keep your experience in Sanctuary smooth. We'll update the below list and denote whether the fixes are intended for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or all platforms. So, yes, this is going to be patch notes for 102C for PC. So for stability, they fix an issue where players using high-speed SSDs would experience game freezes upon startup, and various issues that cause crashes have also been fixed on the PC side of things. Now, of course, we're going to expand the patches to consoles and universally everything down the road. We'll get into more details about that. But yeah, mentioning consoles, people are still having issues with the game sharing and logging in now. If you guys are going through that, my bro Ryan was going through that. He couldn't play the first day. It was torture for him. So guess what solved his problem? Reinstalling the game. So if you're waiting around wondering when it's going to be fixed, what I recommend, highly recommend, is just trying to do a fresh reinstall of the game, whatever platform you're on. That might actually get you through. I know it helped my bro out. We have got to talk about this one right here. Check it out. This was posted by Ninja Real. It says, FYI, this can spawn. This gameplay is absolutely crazy. We got to talk about what is going on here and what Blizzard's reaction was to this one. So here's the actual thread about it. So let's get into it. It goes on to say this right here from Rhinoc. I started the game back up, and while doing the quest Stolen Artifice, I noticed that the elite that held the item spawned approximately 20 to 30 times, all in the same spot. I have no idea how it happened. Eventually, I was able to kill all of them to reset it. Not sure if it will cause issues in the future. Went back after 10 minutes, and they all spawned back. Whoa, that sounds like a major issue. And guess what? Blizzard is very aware of this. They go on to say the following right here: Stolen Artifice quest. And we have a response here from Adam Fletcher, who says this: the team has disabled the Stolen Artifice quest line in Scotland until our next scheduled hotfix. We do not have a current ETA on that hotfix, but this will lead to players not being able to fully complete the Scotland zone until this is addressed. We appreciate all the reports regarding this specific quest, and we'll update everyone once a hotfix is ready and deployed. So the only answer right now for them was to disable the entire quest because it was so bad. But I'll let you guys know when that quest line is actually back in the game. It sucks I have no ETA on it, of course, but they're dealing with a lot of stuff. I think they're more focused in on making the servers really nice and smooth. They're having trouble with that today. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this one as well. Check it out. It says right here, let me scroll up. Has anyone seen a treasure goblin? On level 33 and haven't seen one. Update level 37, still haven't seen one. Update 2, got one at level 39, and he dropped a Lego. So it seems like people are not running into the treasure goblin as often as they were in the server slam. Guess what? I have yet to even run into one on my first playthrough in this game. So yes, they are more rare. I think that there are areas where you can actually farm treasure goblins, by the way, but I think that that's going to actually be patched down the road. But yes, treasure goblins can actually drop some really cool stuff. Check it out right here. It says this treasure goblins can drop cosmetics, including the cosmetic horse armor barding of Mount Arit. So that's pretty cool, but they do have requirements here. Requires level 19. So some of these drops do have level requirements, but it's cool to see that. Yeah, I'm going to be chasing after those treasure goblins no matter what once I actually start really running into them. Now, let's talk about potion upgrades, some really crucial tips going on. So yeah, it says this right here. For anyone wanting level 30 potion upgrade, kill the unique here. He drops 5 crushed beast bones you need for that quest line. So you don't need to kill like 200 beasts. So if you take a look at the map, you can kind of gauge where you're at based on this waypoint. And he actually marks it right over here by the dungeon to the most east region here. So yes, that is where you can go find this beast, and it will save you a lot of time and trouble when you are attempting to go for that level 30 potion. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out big time. Now we also need to talk about gems as well, because we have some tips about that one. So let's get into it. It says gems in the stash can be combined without removing them. Oh, it says I just discovered this. In case you are like me and didn't already know, you can leave gems in your stash and still have access to them at the jeweler when combining them into better gems. I still think a gem pouch would be nice, but this was a relief for me to be able to just dump all the gems in the stash and not have to think about them again. Hope this helps someone. So that is a great tip right there if you do not want to hold on to your gems in the inventory. And mentioning that, it's definitely one of the biggest, most discussed things right now within the community. Check it out. In my humble opinion, it's a massive oversight that gems aren't bagged. We have crafting materials, consumables, quests, and aspects, but gems are consistently taking up half or more of our inventory. You're telling me this game got through years of testing and no one complained about that? Hire a new QA group. LOL. I know he's joking about that, but game is amazing though. I love it. So yeah, I don't know how that even went past the QA group. You would think that there were a bunch of people saying, this is not cool. The gem's taking up space in our inventory. You guys should do something about it ASAP. So I'm surprised it made it into the final version of the game. It's just so strange that happened. But yeah, officially, the devs have said that yes, they're very interested in adding like a separate gem tab in the inventory screen, so it doesn't take up inventory space. All right, let's keep going. We've got to talk about this one as well. Check it out. It says personal chests are annoyingly far away from vendors. Why do we have to run 3 country miles between the blacksmith and the chest? Why are there not multiple chests in each town? Make it make sense. So this seems like to be a requested feature. Maybe, you know, I would love if you can actually buy property within the town. That would be so cool and expand your repertoire of chests that you can have at certain cities and locations. I just think that'd be really, really cool. All right, so we have got to talk about this one right here. Let me know what your take is on this. So it goes on to say, what I'd like to see my current suggestions at level 62. This is interesting. It says, overall, great game with a few suggestions so far. I thought I'd had more after this many hours. It says gems need to be in currency tab and automatically picked up. Drop whatever else the development team is working on and implement this ASAP, not season 1, 2, or 3 right now, please. Yeah, totally agree. And it says completed side quest tab sorted by zone. Finding missing side quests for 100% completion is currently very tedious because many are hidden and start from dropped items, and sacred loot should never scale down below level 50 required. Ascended loot should never scale down below level 70 required. Power leveling is going to be out of hand during seasons if this isn't changed. Interesting. Then also reveal Altars of Lilith for a zone after earning the last renown rank. They directly affect character power across all characters, making them pretty mandatory. So they should be more accessible with in-game methods without having to use an external guide. Let's be real, no one is finding all of these without outside help. I've been bumping into them by accident. I just do not want to use a guide. I want to explore this game for myself. All right, next up we have this. Reveal Ultra Survival. Okay, we already went over that one. It says, allow us to lock items in our inventory, which will prevent them from being mass salvaged or sold. Yes, I've accidentally sold several items. I'm like, no. And then I buy it back real quick, which, you know, you lose money doing that, but you lose gold. But yeah, that definitely needs to be a thing. Now it says add, sell all junk, white, blue, yellow buttons, same as salvage merchant. And mob density in some campaign areas is really low, as in completely empty for long periods, which just felt a bit weird at times. Hey, sometimes you need like a little bit of downtime to explore and enjoy the scenery. I don't know. I never really felt that way. So let me know what you guys think about that one, actually. Now, it says this subtitle set to on should not display messages like gasp and breathing. There's a closed captioning option already in the game, so I think this might be a bug. Now, allow us to use emotes by clicking on them in the customized radial menu UI. So yeah, some great feedback right there. I really, really want them to tune into, of course, locking your items in your inventory. I feel like I'm going to screw up at any moment by accident, but you know, at least you can buy back items instantly. Now, what's going on with the shop? So check this out right here. Someone posted this. It says, be careful what you buy from the shop. And of course, we have this one right here, as you can see. You know what? Let me get this different for you all. There we go. You can see it much better now. But this one is a cash shop Necro Helmet Vision of Death set. Looks pretty cool, right? But check it out. Look at how similar the end game find actually is. This is the Covenant Necro Helmet, and some people are feeling like they're being duped or something by going to the shop and buying these cosmetics. I feel like more of the shop is for people that have excess wealth. And they just want to be like, I don't want to wait around to hopefully get some sort of item. I'm just going to get it now. But with that being said, stuff is just way too expensive and pricey in the shop still. I just feel like they should adjust that or have like sales, extended sales here coming up. They need to do that. But we got some replies about this. Check it out. We have this one right here. I mean, they kind of told us this in the live stream and showed a different example. The people going around trying to see the belief that because there's a cosmetic shop, the free cosmetics will look like crap, have no idea what they're talking about. And it says, yes, it's been known, but that's not going to stop karma farmers. And then, to be fair, the 2,400 coin cosmetic bundles are just another level. Act 5, and I don't have any transmog that looks good yet. Kind of feels like they showed us the cheaper bundles with less quality on purpose. Ooh, what a take. Also, they did say this. They said themselves that most of their cosmetic shop would be very mid-level and simply be there to offer additional choices, while some would be premium and higher in quality. The Necro bundle definitely got me, but only reason I was somewhat able to justify it was because the sword is transmoggable on Necro, Rogue, and Barb, which all happen to be the classes that I'm most interested in until Paladin, and I'm hoping that the sword works for them as well. The price is about $10 higher than I would like to see for a premium skin. Isn't that how it goes with everything nowadays? Dear God, homes are way overpriced, cars, and now the freaking skins in a $70 game. Again, Blizzard, lower the prices at the shop. Do some sort of extended sell as well. But my opinion is permanently lower those prices. I think that they would actually get more people interested in the shop if they lowered the prices. That's just my opinion. All right, so we got to talk about this one because we got a response here from the dev team. So let's go to Twitter. It says this right here. One thing I feel like this game is missing to be the best ARPG of all time are rune words, or rather an iteration of them that fit the Diablo 4 universe. Adding them would mean adding more sockets on items. Any plans on adding something like that? And Joseph Rapport only said launch is only the beginning. So he's not like knocking down the idea outright and saying that's not going to be happening. It might not be in the form of rune words exactly. It might be like Diablo 4's own take on rune words, which would be actually pretty nice. All right, next up, we have this one right here. A question for you all. Can you settle debate due to how this is worded? Does this mean that if you did not get the Cry of Ashava trophy on the Server Slam, you have a chance during the early access period before June 6th? And you can see here, it says, for the challenge, killed the Ashava during open beta or early access at level 20. So that caused some confusion. The response is this. Adam Fletcher says, early access beta. Yeah, not the best worded. Good, no. So if you missed out on killing Ashava at capped at level 20 during the early access beta, you don't have another chance now. It's not going to happen. So honestly, it's no big deal. If you have FOMO about it, don't worry. It's all good. Because there's going to be plenty of cool stuff here that we'll be able to explore with the horse trophies and stuff. All right, so now it is time to get into your top comments. You better believe it. So leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video. But the question is, what was my most recent video about? Check it out. Scroll on down. It says, Diablo 4 was just quietly updated. What changed? New official updates. If you missed it, there's a recent hot fix, quick server-side patch that did actually adjust some things about classes. So you might want to check that out. Check out the video on the channel. Now, let's get into what Joshua Warner had to say. I'm on the Series X, and my experience has been almost as smooth as butter. Just noticed some flickering in the open cinematics. Other than that, this has been one of the best launches I've seen for a game in a while. Great job, Blizzard. I 100% agree. It has been absolutely wonderful, except for today. I'm definitely running into hiccups right now today, which is a bummer. And I'm waiting to even be able to log in right now because the queue times are frozen or taking forever. I don't know what's up. But I'll let you guys know when they actually address the fixes with that. Irish Turtle Gaming says Diablo 4 is the first game I've played in a long time where I'm actually getting sidetracked by side quests and other stuff in the world to do. It's awesome, and the difficulty is actually challenging compared to Diablo 3. I like playing on World Tier 2. I know a lot of the experts are saying, hey, play World Tier 1, breeze through the campaign, get to the end game as fast as possible. Why? I want to enjoy it. I'm going to sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey. I've been waiting forever to play this game. I'm not going to skip over anything. That's just how I'm feeling about it. Plus, yes, I totally agree. I love the challenge of World Tier 2 right now. It's just so freaking awesome, and it feels just right. Sometimes I'm left with one health potion. I'm like, oh no, how does that happen? So I feel like I'm on edge, which is great. It's just great. It just feels excellent. Next up, we have Justin, who says this. I think it makes sense that the mount comes fairly late in the game, at least on a first playthrough. When you're going on foot, I feel that's more likely to encourage, well, the dungeons and cellars is right there. I can hop in while I'm here and then carry on. Whereas if you're on a horse, odds seem greater. It'll be far more focused with your speed in getting to your destination, and those world locations and events will go by faster, and I'll get back to that later. It slows the pace enough to encourage more exploration. Once you've gotten far enough to unlock the horse, you've already tracked most of the realm on foot, and you can now retread those locations faster. I 100% agree, and I think that's exactly why they did this in the game. They want you to take in what they actually crafted, what they spent years and years working on, and they don't want you just breezing by it on a horse on your first go around through this beautiful world. I think that is genius. I'm going to say, I think more open world games need to adopt this approach. I think it's awesome. Because, if I think of another game where you just go through the world, is Anthem. You just fly through it so quickly and you can't really enjoy it. And some people have experimented with running around on foot, and it's like a completely different game. That's a whole different take on it. But that's kind of my comparison. It would have been interesting to see Anthem, where you explore on foot at times. But yeah, there it is. The latest happenings around Diablo 4. And yes, stay tuned for other updates. I'm sure we're going to have more in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.